Good morning, Stanton. Welcome back to Star Citizen Wednesdays. Today we are continuing our ship rental tour overview mini-series, and we are going to go with the little rock today. This guy is a specialized kind of ground mining. Pretty cheap and pretty easy to start out with. It is a ground vehicle, so you will be needing a cargo ship of decent capacity. You know, like a Titan is definitely not going to fit it. The Spirits, you might be able to squeeze it. Freelancer, possibly. Connies, most likely. Starfarers, most likely. But thankfully, we have something a little bigger that can handle it. And if you run into a situation where you just can't get anything big enough to hold the rock, you can just call it out at a ground vehicle terminal at landing pads that have them. Of course it does that. So as we wait for the hangar to unscrew itself, we're going to head over here. Just like with every rental vehicle or every new toy you buy, you got to deliver it first to your ASOP. You got to deliver it first to your ASOP. You got to deliver it first to your ASOP. There we go. Now you can call it out. And in a large hangar, this thing is going to look adorable. Yeah, ever since they started allowing you to pull out vehicles inside hangars, it's been so much nicer. Instead of having to go find a landing pad that had a vehicle spot on it, then trying to get it in there that way. Actually, put this away first. We'll do the tour of the cute little guy. Now, rock mining is different slightly than ship mining. You go after different materials, smaller stuff that a prospector or a mole would just blow up. We'll talk about that when we get on the ground. Lights. Lights. Thank you. So here's your front, your seat when you're driving around. This is your mining arm. Has the same fracture and extraction modes. Back here is your cargo area. So once we start, wow, the servers are having fun today. Once we start picking stuff up, it'll show up in here. Actually, I probably want to bring out an SCU. Now that I think about it. But yeah, that's all this little guy is. So we'll move him over here to the side while we call out our bird. And I do want to use an SCU container. We'll see why later when we do the offloading.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
There's my gorgeous. Go down. Oh, I really hope I have SU containers available. I should. Eight's the smallest thing I got. That's awesome. Because what we're going to pick up is basically rocks, not rocks, gemstones of sorts that are going to be in there, and they're going to need to be moved over to this thing. Yeah, in that case, I'm going to have to actually get a backpack. This does require a little prep work that I completely forgot about. Do I have a heavy? No, I do not. Okay, we'll use this. Because I'll have to move the stuff from the rock to the backpack to get it in the SU container. Just doing it by hand is going to be pain. So, bring our little guy first. Thank you. This server is really not having fun today. Even with the hotfixes, 4.2 has had all fun and issues. Alright, you go take a seat. It unfortunately will not attach to the grid, as much as I'd love to. The storage size in it is what? 1.2 SU, I believe. So the 8 is a little bit of overkill, especially considering we're just going to do one run. Now, some of the good spots are like on Hurston. I think there are some good spots out in Pyro. I am going to be lazy and head out to Walla just to get this video over with. And normally it happens that when I go look for ship mining rocks, generators to power, engines full, I find nothing but rock mining nodes. Can't think of Walla right now. Where do I want to go in Walla? Yeah, that's where I want to go. VTOL off. This new ship drift is a little annoying at times, but you get used to it. Hopefully, after a while. Hangar clear.
Landing gear up, shields off. Quantum travel engaged.
Because, yeah, it always works out that way. I go asteroid mining, I find nothing but salvaging panels. I go salvaging, I find nothing but asteroids. I go ship mining, planet side, I find nothing but rock nodes. I go rock mining, planet side, I find nothing but ship mining nodes. Let's see. What screen is that one? I want that to be status. I can stay power. Let's put 4 to scanning. Is this 1? Nope, that's 1. This is 1. So we'll put that to... No, not communication, target status. Alright, wall is going to be to the left.
Quantum travel complete.
And the servers are really, really not having a good day. Please? Or did we hit another server error? Maybe. Maybe.
Engines off. Engines on.
Oh, I locked. Oops. That was me. That was 100% me. I locked gimbals.
Quantum travel engaged.
Which I didn't even know I
Quantum
could.
travel complete.
I gotta pay attention to that now. Gonna have to change that key binding then. Not even sure why you'd want to lock gimbals. Alright. One more jump and hopefully we find these nodes quickly. Because I don't want to spend an hour doing this. Where the frick is this spot? Okay. $56. There we go. That looks like a jump.
Quantum travel engaged.
Alright, and with normal mining, rock mining, to find the nodes, you use a scanner just like always. However, with rock mining, where the rocks are, you know, in the 1,000 range, 1,600, 1,800, 1,730, 1,960, I think.
Quantum travel complete.
You want to look for stuff that's a little smaller. This is probably ground mining or ship mining.
Shields on.
Because rock mining is, I think, 1920. What's that, the distance? You know what? I want to stay away from that. Let's go see what we can find out this way. Another way to find rock nodes versus ship mining nodes is ship mining nodes will go from a single point to the multi-point at about 3.5 clicks out. Rock mining, it's usually within a kilometer. Oh, and I'm not going to have a good day. Looks like it.
Shields off.
Come on, give me something. That is possible,
Shields on.
but we'll tell once we get under 4 clicks away. Please don't be ship mining. Crap, it is. Scanning it. What do we got? Granite? Yeah, heck up. I'm not going to try to pronounce that.
Shields off.
Alright, what do we got to the left? That's probably a single rock. Well, it's further over to the left. Well, let's try this guy first. I really don't like flying a C2 low level at night
Shields
on the dark side of the moon, and that is ship mining again. Come on, scan. Yep, obsidian. Not what I want. And that's going to be ship mining again. Ooh. It always happens this way. It always happens this way. That's probably just a single ship rock. Yep.
Shields off.
What do we got in the distance? Give me something good. I got a little altitude. That is another one. That's probably granite.
Shields on.
Yep. Damn it. Endangered. Whatever. Next one. What are you? Okay, that's gonna be a lot for ship. And of course I'm not on the mole, so I can't get any of this. That is a field of crap. Of course, if I was actually mining that, it would probably all be like borax. This is looking promising. We haven't had anything yet. And when you do get within range of them, they will look like a mass cluster like that. Now, the problem. I am in a C2. And I have nowhere to land. I'm going to have to actually do this third person. Which I typically don't do. Do, 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 do. Are you actually sitting correctly? Nope. Let's back that up a little bit. Hopefully.
Engines off.
I don't see anyone on the scope, so hopefully nobody's going to bother me.
Engines
Nope.
on.
I wanted those off. Turn the engines off. Thank you.
Off.
Alright. Now, let's go out. Yeah, the server is definitely having an issue. Alright, let's see how the ramp looks before we get off. Can I get to this if I close? Okay, yes, I can get to it. Good. I'd rather not leave the C2 open. Not by itself, at least. And we'll leave it right there. Alright. Everybody remember where we parked. Let's turn this bad boy on.
Systems activating. Systems on.
And they're over there. Just for the record, this thing drives like a drunk mule with 3 legs. And it does not have the balls to go uphill too much. If you're over like 12% incline, you are better off just use your max lift. I think I'll just do one run. I don't even know what I've got right here. Holy crap. I am gonna flip this so quickly. Oh, this thing is such a pain. Yeah, rock mining is decent for starting out until you can like afford a prospector. So, you know, for starters, I would suggest it if you don't want to do cargo missions or other missions, or if you're by yourself. It can be lucrative if you're willing to put in the significant time it takes to profit off of this. Because if you look at the terminals, it'll say that these rocks are like 300k, but that's per SCU. And you're going to be getting scraps, basically, in terms of SCU.
Fraction mode on. Mining mode on.
Alright, lactose. Let me actually look that up. Commodities. Go away. Lactose. Oh, this is painful. $100K for one SCU of this. But you'll see after this entire field, we'll barely have like 0.3. So just like normal mining, on the right side you got your meter to build up to get into the green zone, to hold it for the optimal break. Red, you'll lose stuff because you blow it up. And when you get into extraction mode, it's basically just a vacuum cleaner. You don't have to worry about, you know, extracting anything like inert materials.
Extraction mode on.
Just pick up all the little rocks that are rolling downhill because they don't like me. And you move on to the next one.
Fraction mode on.
On the left side, past the range meter, is your actual cargo storage. So that one rock got us 2 centi, like centimeter, centi SCUs. You need 100 to make 1 SCU. So to get the 100K that this rock costs, when you go to trade it in, you'd need 100 centi SCU. Go on, give me everything. Good.
Fraction mode on.
Wow, these servers are having fun. So 2 per rock, that's not horrible. It'd mean you need, what, 50 rocks to make 1 SCU? So if you're willing to put in the time, And if you're willing to go to the proper places to mine this, like Hurston. Or actually, I think it'd be the planets around Hurston. You could make a decent amount. Me personally, I can do more with a mole on Lyra than this. Now, obviously, there are better stuff to pick up, but that's rarer, and you need what I don't have, luck.
Extraction mode on.
Come on, there we go.
Fracturing mode on.
Now, the reason you don't do these in a prospector, and definitely not in a mole, is you glance one of these rocks with a prospector, even with an Arbor 1 at minimal power, and it's going to turn into the 4th of July. Jeez. Yeah, if you saw that jumping on the right side, that is the servers and major issues.
Extraction mode on.
Wow, that was actually better.
Fracturing mode on.
Because when it comes to servers, server issue, lag, desync, miners are the people who will notice it the most, the quickest. It could be so bad that when you're adjusting mining laser power, you'll actually see a delay from your input to the actual increase or decrease of the laser power. You know, and some people are saying that 4.2 is like reverting back to 3.16 in terms of server stability. It's not that bad. It is very annoying. But yeah, they are still better than what they have been in the past.
Fracturing mode on.
Let's see, what do they got? They got 4.2.1 up on PTU, and people are estimating that in the next week or two. Then I think 4.3 is somewhere on the horizon. Personally, I'm wanting a new system to show up, but who knows when that'll happen. There's 3 systems, including Terra, which they are planning on before the 1.0 release.
Extraction mode on.
But there was a point that they were planning on 1.0 being at the end of this year, the beginning of next. And now it's looking like mid next year, so who knows. Getting 3 systems out in that amount of time is going to be interesting. Come on. You can do it! Get up there! Yep. Yeah, there's even input delay going on right now. Adjusting laser. Adjusting laser.
Extraction mode on. Fracturing mode on.
You can do it. But yeah. This is basically what you're going to be doing with rock mining. We are at, what, 16.5 centi? So,
Extraction mode
and halfway through this field, so yeah, we're probably going to get it 30. Come on. Yeah, mate.
Fraction mode on.
So that'll turn out to be, what, like 30,000 for this run? Because, yeah, I'm not going to do this until I have a full load. This is just a rental overview video. I definitely do not do rock mining myself. Some people do, some people like it. I just don't find it worth the time that you put into it. You know, I could do better with a rented prospector than this. The only difference is that rock mining is going to give you an immediate payout when you go drop off.
Fraction mode on.
Because you're going to go straight to a TDD. The better sell rates by a marginal amount are over at Hurston, the HDMSs. I will be going to Bigini because it's the closest to me, but yeah, the geostationary platforms, Bigini, Tresler, Seraphim,
Extraction mode on.
Everest is a good spot to drop these off as well.
Fraction mode on.
I think this stuff can be sold at the normal TDDs, or is in Babbage and whatnot, but at that point you are losing well more than enough to not even justify the run. Come on. Alright, let's reposition. Was jading a little too far for that. I don't know if there are different mining heads for these. Yeah, like I said, I don't really do rock mining. Oops. Shit. Alright. Next.
Fraction mode on.
Yeah, this thing's driving is such pain. Come on, scan it. Jeez. What are we at? 26? Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad. So I might hit... It might get close to halfway filled.
Extraction mode on. Fraction mode on.
Oh, that one's gonna be fun to see. I think I'm in optimized. Whoa. Easy there, Tiger. I just saw that one shoot up.
Extraction mode on.
The fact that they're all rolling down that direction tells me I am
Fraction mode
definitely on a hillside. Yeah, the left side changing in the how much we have in cargo is annoying. I would say it's a bug issue that's probably on the council. I'm not gonna look. I could check it.
Extraction mode on.
Probably make a secondary video, unlisted.
Fracturing mode on.
Get up. But even though it says a different amount than what it was previously, you still have your stuff in the back. So we may actually have more than I realize. Down. There are rare rocks that could get you like 300, maybe 400k if you do get them.
Extraction mode on.
So if you are one of those individuals that have amazing luck, yeah, you could try for that. Because if you get those and you could fill up it consistently, you definitely could outdo ship mining. But if you have that kind of luck, you'd also probably find quantum like it was water.
Extraction mode on.
Come on, gimme. Gimme. Awesome.
Fracturing mode on.
Do we only have 4 left? Yeah, we only have 4 left. 44k, yeah. That's probably a ship. Speaking of which, where is my ship? It's to the right, isn't it?
Extraction
Nope. Nope. Get back here. Get over here. You too. Yep.
fracturing mode on.
40 minutes. That's not too bad. Last 2? No, 3. Forgot about the one on the left. Ooh, we might actually get half full. That's pretty good. It's going to be a pain to offload, but I'll work with it.
Extraction mode on.
Before I go anywhere, let me pick up these. Was there any that went further down? I don't see any. Oh, there's one. Okay, alright, the ship. I may just tractor this thing back there.
Fracturing mode on.
Because it might actually be quicker. Going up these hills, yeah, it is a massive pain, and getting it to go straight up the hills is even more of a pain. Heck, just getting it to drive straight is a pain.
Extraction mode on.
Give me. Good.
Fracturing mode
And the last one. Come on. Hit it. Alright, we'll get closer. We'll try to get closer. Jeez. Alright. So yeah, we might have 50 centi SCU. Which means we got half an SCU to work with.
Extraction mode on.
Which means the price that's listed for these rocks, the 100k, is gonna give us half. So what, 50k? No. Ah, you little bastard. Get over here. You two. And you. Give me your friends. And you're not friends over there. Alright, we are done. We are done. Let's see if we can find our way back to the ship. Hopefully it hasn't done too much while I've been gone. It is a big bird, so it shouldn't be getting knocked around by turbulence too much. And what is it? It's a size 5. Yeah, it shouldn't. Ah, damn it. Yeah, this is the rock not having any power. Struggling up these hills. Come on. You can do it. You can not do it. Alright.
Systems off.
Oh, we'll do this the hard way. Maybe someday they'll give us a little, like, size 1 bird that can handle that. I mean, what's the Prospector? The Prospector is a size... let me think. Size 3, I believe. Mole... No, Prospector size 2, because Mole is size 4. Yeah, size 1. I mean, you could even have a size 0 ship. You know, just put wings on this thing. This has probably got to look weird as hell if somebody were to fly by. Thankfully, nobody comes to Walla, so I can be left the F alone. Even though I've got to sprint half a kilometer while towing a rock. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on, get up. What is... Yeah, that's... There we go, that's what I wanted. Alright. I think you can make the rest of the distance there. God, I hope so. This is one of the times that I do wish we had remote access to our ships for, like, opening ramps and such, but...
Activating. Systems on.
Engines, thank you.
Weapons off.
Trying to go straight. And that is not going to happen. Get somewhere close to the ship. Fine. That's close enough. Not really sure what I took damage from, but whatever. Where is my button? There we go. You get over here. Oh, went a little too far to the side. All right. No. No. Sit. For the love. Stay. All right. Now, the part that gets to be annoying. Actually, let me just close this door, see if I can't close it. Yeah. There we go. So we go to storage. We have a lot of this stuff. And this backpack can only take 75k micro, so that means I gotta break these into 75s. And do this 1, 2, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me my backpack, thank you. I'm not gonna put it in the armor, it's just gonna take too much time. There's probably a faster way, but I'm not thinking right now, so... Oh, shit. Alright, you know what? Come on. That could go in there. There's most definitely a faster way that somebody smarter than me knows how to do this. I'm just not looking it up right now. Of course, servers don't help. Come on. Thank you. One more. One more. Come on, give me that. Thank you. Combine it all back together. And that's probably just the stack limit for that. Alright. So, let's go up the ladder, please. Let's head off to Bajini. Hopefully I can take off without blowing up. Hopefully I can land without blowing up. Generators.
Systems off.
Oh, generators are already on. Engines to full.
The streets, a journey breathtaking. Systems on. Shields off.
Alright, let's set cruise, gear up, VTOL off. Get us out of Atmo as I set the course. Sheeny. Gauge cruise. Let's head over and pass by Arcor. It's kind of interesting that I could hit OM2 from this point.
Quantum travel engaged.
And the large hangars are going to be on the far side of Bajini, so got to deal with that.
Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel
Crap.
complete.
Which side am I on? Can't tell. I think the larges are over here. Might be flipped. Let's see. Panel 1. Give me communication. Nope, I wanted communication. Thank you.
Shields on.
Never mind. There we go. I'm flipped. Crap. Yep. Stick to the ring a little. Just in case there are any lights coming through. Engaging VTOL. Let's get a little further underneath. And gear down. Switching controller.
Landing gear down.
And there's 18 in the distance. I am really sloppy right now. So C2, now to Titan. Get a little more clearance. And that should be close.
Landing complete.
Holy crap, that actually worked. Engines off, generators off.
Systems off.
Actually, no, I'll deal with it when I get down. Oh, this is probably what... Nope, didn't do it that time. Must have been the last time. Alright, so you are going to go in the elevator. Because I'll offload you into station inventory to sell. Probably don't need to, but yeah, whatever. You can get off my ship. I don't ever want to see you again. Really, really wish they would redesign it so it wasn't a massive pain to drive. Yeah, go over there somewhere. Alright. I don't know why that's not working, but whatever. And we put her to sleep.
Welcome to the ASOC Signal Vehicle has entered.
I think I was a little too far back on that parking. So we are going to head for the commodity terminal here at Vigini to actually we gotta we don't necessarily have to do this step. I just want to make sure everything is there. You can sell from the cargo containers, storage containers, but you just want to make sure everything loaded from the elevator. And let's go up to the lobby. We'll take the other set of elevators down to the Galleria. And I might actually get this video done in under an hour. That is highly unlikely. It would have been quicker if I were able to find the nodes faster. Machini's up. Right? Yeah, Machini's up. So we come up the stairs to the terminals. Select your point. Let's see. Yeah, no, there wasn't. So sell all of that. 105. Cut in half is 52. 1 unit was literally 105 credits. You can sell a hospital gown for that price. But that is the end of that. That is the end of the tour and the rock overview. So it's a different style of mining from your normal ship mining. It's more akin to hand mining, but it can be profitable if you're willing to put in the time for it. There is a different version of the rock that is a 2-seater, I believe. And yeah, it just requires a lot of time, a lot more time than I would be willing to put in. It's good for starting out if you don't have anything else that interests you or gets your attention. You can basically rent them at any refinery. I think you can get them at the cargo terminals as well. It's decently priced for purchasing one if you want to have one for your own use. I think it's like 200K. I'll put it in the description. But anyway, we are going to call it there as we take a view at 18. So, as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.